for all showing up here and having the passion that all of us coaches that have come up here and have shared our time with, our experience, our knowledge with. We all started in this place. We all started somewhere, and that's where I see a lot of you guys is starting. I'm talking in the second line. Huh? Do I have to sit?
Yeah, well, no. You don't have to.
All right, I'll sit. I like to stand, but it's okay. But again, we all started in this place. We all started where you guys are. We didn't know anything. We had to chip away at it. We had to chug away at it. We had to hit dead ends and roadblocks. My mom and dad knew nothing. My dad knew nothing, just hey. And we kind of had to learn and experience all this sport ourselves. So now you guys, this new generation, this last 10, 12 years or whatever, has come from a lot of coaches, a lot of trainers and stuff to put in a lot of knowledge. So this is what you guys need to do, is make sure that you're listening to the top guys, you're listening to what the pros are doing. Every time that there's a race on TV that you guys are watching it, that's your school, that's your knowledge, that's your wisdom, because there's not much in the sport that's being taught out there, or can you hear it because everybody's too attached to the spectacle of it, of what kind of scrub did this guy do and what kind of gear is this guy wearing and what kind of sponsors this guy have, but not understanding the approach and why they're so good and what got them there and what made them stay there. So, for me, I guess the question is, how did I get in this? Well, I got into this through my parents. My brother raced for a few years, but I never wanted to. I wanted to play football, soccer, all that, and then he had to quit because my dad had to race. Then he started racing, and about a few years later, they wanted me to start racing, but I was always too scared. No, I don't want to do it. And then they finally got me out there one day. I cried the day before because I was so scared, and they got me out there, and then it just clicked. It just clicked. I won my first 6 races, and I started in 1984. 9 to 11 beginner. By 1988, I was 125, 250 pro. 1990, I finished 5th in my first national in 6 years. So it was very fast. But the thing is what it was is such a passion. I always tell everybody that I'm so blessed to be able to do something for 38 years that has allowed me to travel around the world, to meet the most amazing people, to see the most beautiful things, to experience the spectacles of the sport of winning the nations and things like that, like I have, or the defeats, being in the hospital, being paralyzed, all these different things that I've experienced. All these things are learning lessons. All these things are growths. And so for me, to be able to turn that around as being one of the top racers and be able to teach the sport, be able to give the sport, my knowledge, my experience, my passion, and travel around the world to do it, it's such a gift. It's such a blessing. And so for me, to have the gift to be able to ride a motorcycle like I did, to be able to teach like I can, that's a gift to me. So why should I hold that? And that's why I try to give all my information out to everybody for free, because this sport is hard. This sport is difficult. You pick the most hardest sport on earth, and it takes I wouldn't say luck, but it takes a little bit, but it takes a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of discipline, and it takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of experience. So you have to be very careful who you're listening to, who you're following, because most people are doing it incorrect if not that many people follow, not that many people make it in the sport. Another thing, you guys got to make sure that you don't get blinded by the ways that they're telling you to get to the pros, because the road right now to the pros is not correct. Okay, it's just a spectacle of Loretta's and all these different things. What happened to your local races? What happened? Why do you have to go to all these training facilities and just do motos and lap times? What happened to the little things? What happened to the immediate? The immediate makes the ultimate, the little things make the big things, and that's what motocross is. Half these kids don't even know how to use their controls properly, but you're telling them to do motos and you're telling them to go fast. You're just actually making them more dangerous. You're putting so much pressure on them to make it in these 7 races or this one big race in the year that they don't even know how to master their craft. They haven't even learned how to win. So again, go back to local races. Go back to the backyard and learn these skills, learn these little drills, and teach your little guy how to be a quality racer, a quality rider. Then you might have a better chance in this thing instead of just shooting darts in the dark. Everybody's over here shooting darts over here, but I was like, no, bro, the dartboard's over here. So you guys got to make sure that you follow somebody and also are aware enough that you can make it through this career, because again, or you're just doing a very expensive, dangerous hobby, right? So for me, when I had a lot of classes yesterday, it wasn't just the little kids that I was teaching, because I can teach a couple things, but they're only going to get a few things and only comprehend it a little bit. But when I can talk to the parents, because the parents are the ones that are guiding them, the parents are the ones that are buying things, the parents are the ones that are making the mistakes. And so, like I tell everybody, stop pointing fingers in the sport of telling dad to get a second job because my bike's too slow. No, you're just not riding fast enough. Stop pointing the fingers at the track owners because the track's too rough. No, your skills and technique is just faulty. Stop pointing the fingers at the safety equipment companies to make all this safety equipment that sometimes even causes you to be more dangerous because, to be safer. Well, let's look at this. Let's put the responsibility in faster and safer in your own hands. How do you eat? How do you train? How do you ride? How do you rest? How do you stretch? You get what I'm saying? This sport's full of pointing fingers and with greed of I want to get here so fast and I'm so jealous of what this guy's getting that I'm kind of confused in where I'm doing. So take the responsibility to being faster and safer in your own hands, and that's how from your approach. That's from the knowledge you're getting from somebody, from the experience you're getting from somebody that's done this sport. Be very careful of following somebody that's never done this sport, okay? Because there's another level of teaching. Yes, everybody in the sport to me is telling you what to do. There's not maybe one or two people in the sports who are giving you techniques of how to do it. Completely different level of teaching. So much deeper. So that's what you have to find out, is not anybody just telling you what to do, because all knowledge is borrowed, right? I can borrow anything from just reading it, listening to it, hearing it, but experiencing it is something so much deeper. So all these coaches know what I'm talking about, because you can talk about little things that's not written, that's not seen, it's only experienced, and that's the kind of coach you guys need to have in this sport, because again, this is a gnarly sport, man. If I told you, like I say, my injury list, all you guys would probably walk out of here and say, I'm not doing this sport anymore. But it takes passion, man. It takes dedication. It takes resilience. It takes discipline. It takes fortitude. And the deepest thing, it takes a love for the sport. So all us coaches here, we've been in the sport for a long time. I've been in for 38 years, and it's the only thing I've ever done. It's the only thing that motivates me every day. It's my first love. Even when I was up with my ex-wife, when we first started going out, I said, hey, see that motorcycle right there? She says, yeah. I said, that's my first love. If you can handle that, then we can go out. But nothing comes of that. So I've been divorced now. What's still sitting there? Motocross, okay? Motocross is my love. Motocross is my passion. You guys are my family. And because I've met the most beautiful people around the world in all these different countries and all these different ethnics, and we're all the same. The motocross community is something that you guys have never experienced. You guys don't get out of your little, tracks and even things. But when you travel the world, you start to see that this energy that motocross has brings out such a genuine, down-to-earth, simple person, and that's somebody that I can gel with all the time. So again, that's all I'm trying to get you guys. Do not lose that passion, man. Do not lose that thrill. Do not lose that love for the sport, or it gets very dangerous, it gets very ugly, and then you leave it with a bad taste in your mouth. And again, this is why this sport is ruled by vets, is because there's nothing on earth you're going to find more exciting, more thrilling, more challenging, more rewarding than riding a motorcycle. Trust me, I've looked, I've chased it, and I'm still here in motocross. So again, you guys, thank you so much for having the passion to come out and listening to us and try to get better. But again, make sure you follow the correct road, or again, you just did a very expensive, dangerous hobby. So thank you guys.
All right, Ron, good job, man. Good. Love information. Well, I run